Okay. I went to school. Fantastic. All right, so real quick, how many of you been in a link group with me before? How many of you have never been in a link group with me? Fantastic. I have one rule. One, and only one. One, I'd pay attention, man. It's important. The rule I'm about to say, it will affect you. Okay? One if you can. Don't talk while I talk. I will respect you because I'm going to ask you to say something. And you will respect me when I speak. I'll give you one opportunity if you talk while I talk. If you continue to talk while I talk after that one opportunity. Look around the room, gentlemen. Look around the room. Look around. Okay? You see all these wonderful corners in here? I will have you stand up and go put your nose in the corner. You want to act like you're in the first grade? I'm going to treat you like you're in the first grade. You all on the same page? Yes, sir. Pretty cool guy. I mean, I have fun in my link group. We laugh, have fun. Don't go on. Cool. Fantastic. Could you imagine getting lost in a forest? Yes. You could imagine it? What would you think it'd be like?
Scary.
Scary?
Yeah, because you don't know where the water's at.
Animals? Frightening?
Yeah.
Frightening? Who else can imagine getting lost in a forest? Yes.
Read the book Hatchet, that's all I need.
Read the book Hatchet. Okay. Lots of trees. Well, yeah. Okay. That's what you hope. Okay, well, how that feels is what we talked about this month. The wilderness in our life. Okay? When you're lost in your life, it's like being lost in a forest. You have no idea what's happening. You have no idea what's going on. Truth is, God knows exactly what's going on with us and what stops us from choosing His way. You see, there are things in our heart that God didn't give us that wants us to hide and run away from God. Thinking of giving into that is called temptation. Asking for help from God and others is how we walk out of the darkness and into the light. Okay? So, real quick, off subject. Is anybody in here excited for camp?
I've never been, so.
You've never been? You've never been?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. Xavier, I'm sorry. You just spoke. Xavier, you're not excited for camp? Did you? I didn't see it. Did you?
I didn't see anything like this.
Okay. So again, who's excited for camp? Who's never been to camp? Who is probably not going to camp? You're not going to camp?
I don't want to go.
What? You just said you're excited for
I
it.
know, I didn't have a choice.
It doesn't make any sense, Angel.
It was paid for me without my knowledge.
You should definitely go. It's going to be a great time. Let me tell you right now, guys. Camp Elevate is another animal, isn't it, John? It's another animal. It's a whole nother level. Camp Elevate is a whole nother level. Yes? Say with your chest, Johnathan. Say with your chest, Johnathan. Yeah, like that. Yeah. It's not even over exaggerated, man. Camp Elevate is fire.
Especially for the first time.
Okay? Man, so if you ain't never been, I encourage you guys to sign up.
I was just here to go.
Don't be, yes, sir.
When is like the sign up to?
When is the sign up due?
July.
June is when all the payments are due, but if our spots fill up before that, sorry. You start up at the info center, right? First payment's $75. Super. Who said dang? You said dang? Are you kidding me, bro? First off, let me tell you this, okay? Camp is $150. Okay? When I went to camp, when I was a teenager, okay, we paid like $400. And we took like 200 to 300 kids. So I'm asking you to pay $150. And you're like, it ain't that much.
No, it's because it said first grade, so I thought there was going to be.
There's two more.
Like, no, I thought there was going to be like more.
And there's two more.
What's that? You said 150.
Yeah, but unless I break it down to make it easier for you, and the second payment's $50, and the third payment's $25. I mean, you could, but I mean, you're going "Ugh," for 75, so. Okay, cool. So let me ask you, who has ever dealt with give you? Oh, okay, that's one. That's one. 5 days. Whole week. You good with that? Monday through Friday. Leave on Monday, come back Friday. Cool. All right. So, who's ever dealt with temptation in this room? Who knows what temptation is? If you don't know what temptation is, you know what it is? You don't know what it is? Hey man, you want some weed? Okay. Me offering to sell you drugs is temptation. And how you deal with that temptation is up to you. I'm not judging. I don't have to. Okay. Gotta make that clear for everybody. So it's just an example, all right? Okay? That's temptation. When you are tempted or intrigued or offered to do something that you know is wrong. That is temptation. Any type of temptation. Raise your hand again if you've ever been tempted. Raise your hand again. Okay. Let's go with Gio. Tell me something you've been tempted by. Some drugs. Okay.
To shoot the ball.
You weren't supposed to. Okay. Sneak out. Angel. Just give me one. Fights. Okay. Yes.
Bad relationships.
Bad relationships. Who's ever been tempted with a bad relationship? Well.
It's like 50-50 for me.
No, man. It's bad. All right. Come on. No 50-50. It's either bad or it's not bad. There's never anything that's so bad that it's good. Okay? So, Duquesne, what helped you stay on the right path?
I had got benched, so I didn't do it again.
So you did it? So first you're like, let me try this.
Yeah, and then like we had another game, and then I was like, I really cheated. I can't, but I got benched because I had to do it this week, so I wasn't trying to be benched because I would have really lost. So I didn't shoot.
Learn from his mistakes, guys. That's all what it's about. You gotta learn from your mistakes. Okay. So let me change my question up a little bit. Okay. Let's say we would take everything that you were ever tempted with. Okay. The worst thing that you were tempted with. We're gonna take it right now. and we're throwing it into a pile. What do you throw? No, one thing. The worst thing. Anger. You're throwing anger because you're tempted to be angry. Yes. Okay. At work. Who's ever dealt with anger? Come on now. Man, I had some anger problems. When I was 16 years old, it was one of the last fights I've ever gotten. Well, that's not true. Most memorable. This is one of the last memorable fights. Yes. I had this guy. I was in a bad mood because this girl that I liked, she was supposed to be off limits, and one of my friends started dating her behind my back. Tried to hide it from me, found out. Super angry. I was mad. And I'm trying to cool off, right? I'm walking down my street, and this guy that I used to know said something to me, and I'm like, what? And he ended up calling me some names that weren't very nice to me. My anger, I lost control. I just lost control. And that's something that I don't say because I'm proud of it. I don't say because it's something that I think that you should do. As a result of that, I've had damage in my hand because of that stupid mistake since I was 16 years old. I've had little damage in my hand because I went to hit him in the face while he was on the ground, and he moved, and I was swinging as hard as I shattered my knuckle. Nearly shattered my knuckle. There's like nerve damage in part of my hand because of it. Because I gave in to temptation of anger. That is the consequence that as a result that I've lived with every day of my life. Most of the time it doesn't bother me. When it gets cold, man, sometimes. Over the years, I think God has healed me a little bit. Because when I was younger, and it was like fresh, like when it was cold, like I would literally have a twitch in my hand, and it would get so cold, my hand would just like do what it wanted. A consequence for giving into temptation. It's my own consequence, not nothing God did to me. God didn't tell me to go punch that guy in the face and then swing at him again when I knocked him down. God didn't tell me to do that. That was just a result of my anger. What's something else you would throw into a pile right now? You had one, yes, sir.
Not necessarily fighting, but the urge to fight.
The urge to fight? Yeah. What else? Come on. The urge to gossip? See, we like to play like only girls like to gossip, but that's a bunch of bull crap. Because you know if you find out something juicy, you walk over, bro, did you hear about so-and-so? He like totally, whatever. What's some gossip you heard today, JK? Today. Sorry, my bad. Come on, JK.
What's up? What's up? There's this one chick,
Well, the point you're trying to get is you're not supposed to tell her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, my fault.
You trying to run through the desk.
No, but you heard some stuff today, right? Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to tell me. I'll tell you it's like in gossip.
It's like a whole list.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Who else? Somebody besides these two people who keep answering. I'm gonna start picking you out if you don't say something. Yes, sir.
First, cheat.
To cheat. Oh man. Huh?
Like
Oh, on text. Oh. Sorry, guys. I didn't know where he was going with that. The urge to cheat. Who's ever cheated on tests? Raise your hand. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with me. You raise your hand, bro. Xavier, don't you lie. You raise your hand. I know you cheated on a test. Okay. All right. How many of you got caught cheating? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you got caught cheating.
That's a good enough thing.
You were grounded for a month.
What's horrible is Brock, there's only 2 students with Brock. Like, he's gonna get caught. All right, something else. What are you gonna throw in? What temptation are you throwing in the pile right now? If you wanted to get rid of a temptation you no longer have in your life, what are you throwing into the pile right now?
The temptation is lust.
To lust. Now we're getting real. Talking. What is lust? Who knows what lust is? Who knows what lust is? If you don't know what lust is, it's okay. I'm about to demonstrate. Okay. All right. Say your school wasn't crowded. Okay. And you're walking down the hall like this, and you're minding your own business, and then all of a sudden somebody walks past you, and you're like, hey. Woo. Lust. That's what lust is. When you do this, when your eyes go like this, down, up, down. That is lust, gentlemen. You are not admiring. You are like, God, you made a beautiful creation right there. That's lust. Why would you throw that? Why you want to throw that in the fire? Give me a reason. Talking Geo, guys. It's okay, bro. Because I broke up with my girlfriend, I'm looking at everybody.
I don't know, I just want to get rid of you. I don't want to look at you.
Okay.
I don't need to switch you.
Did you know there's a difference, gentlemen, between admiring beauty and looking with desire? Does everyone understand what I mean by that? You can look at a female and say, and think, man, she's really pretty, or she's cute, or whatever. You can go as far as, man, she's hot, whatever. But the moment you go from, man, she's really beautiful, or she's really hot, to, the things that I would do, you cross the line. Cross the line. The Bible says, has anybody ever been cheated on in here? Like by a girl that you've been cheated on by them? I have. It's okay. We're all the same. Okay. It sucks, right? It sucks. Did you know the Bible says that even if looking at a woman and like, man, I got her alone, says that you are cheating on your wife? Like, I'm not married. One day you will be, but you already looked at that girl or did stuff with that girl. Man. And we think that it's no harm, there's no foul. Who's ever watched porn? Come on. Every hand in this room. You better stop lying. Every hand in this room. Even if you didn't like look it up yourself, I guarantee you everybody has that dumb friend. I have that dumb friend. Oh my God. Everybody has that. Okay? Am I lying? No? Okay? Come on. Man, that stuff will mess you up. It'll rip your mind apart. It will take you down a road. It will put you on a path to where you are constantly depressed with no way out. You think, well, how can that do that? How can just watching that make me depressed? Because if you watch that every day, which, let's be real, some of y'all it's every day. No judgment. Well, let's be real. Some of y'all it's every day. You put that image in front of you, one, it's a false image, it's total bullcrap. It's not true. Okay? Total bullcrap. You put that in front of you every day, and your mind goes to, man, that's how it's supposed to be, but then it's never like that, and so you're constantly unhappy and depressed because it's never, ever like that. Ever. Ever. It's not supposed to be like that. It's fake. Horrible. And what it does is it opens your mind. You think just because you have an anger problem, that it's just because you got mad at something or because whatever? No, it's because you opened the door just by watching that, and now the enemy is in you, and he's filling you with these things because this is just this is another way for the devil to get into your brain and to fill your mind with things that are anything but God. Because I guarantee you, the moment I said porn, all of you pictured one image in your mind. True or false? You know? What's going to replace it? Like if that's what's in your mind right now, and all I said was a word. What's that going to do to you if you continue? It's going to get worse. If you continue to watch that, you can want to get rid of lust all you want. It's never going to happen if you continue to watch that stuff. It's never going to happen. How do you expect to look at a woman or a girl or female, however you want to word it? How do you expect to look at someone with respect and dignity when you're constantly putting images of the exact opposite in your mind? How? You can't. You won't. Well, it's up to you. You can hang on to it if you want.